Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Be Free Acts, and I'm here with Ryan, as always. And today we're watching FRIEREN episode 12. Ryan, give us a recap of the last thing you remember.
I don't know. How about you give me the recap? And then
No, you give the
off.
fucking recap. I always give the recap.
I don't remember.
This is called audience engagement. We're teaching him how to be a streamer, everyone.
We're not even streaming.
Yeah, I know.
We're recording. We could, for all they know, this could be the 10th attempt.
It's not. All right, don't you try to ruin
They have no way of knowing.
Yeah, okay, but don't ruin my fucking authenticity as a creator by being like it could be intent. It is always a blind react.
For me, at least.
Okay, all right. In 3 episodes, I won't know what the hell's going on. So
There's a lot of unblind watches.
there's been so many blind watches on this channel specifically.
Not FRIEREN. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact last thing, but what I do remember being dope with it is them beating the demons up and then just getting praised for it and then just continuing forward. I think they met another village guy talking about Himmel.
You mean the elf?
Oh yeah, that elf. And then it was after they left that, I think they met that other elf. And then they were there for, 6 months or something? Like 3, passing the winter.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was like, thank you for whatever his bullshit reason was, giving me company.
Now, genuine question. Do you have a bad memory?
Plenty.
Because you did not remember anything that happened.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, do I have a bad memory that I can recall? A bad memory in general. Well, it's been days since I've seen this show.
Days, bro. I remember things that I'm good with recall.
It's like Thursday.
Yeah. I'm good at recalling things.
Yeah, I'm good at it too. But this was like maybe over 100 hours ago. I've done many things.
I have painstakingly spent my entire weekend hyperfixated on one thing, and I still recall pretty well what happened in the show.
And I'm not hyperfixating on this, so that doesn't help your case for me.
It just sounds like you don't remember.
Listen, Demon Slayer just came out. That's where my interest is right now.
All right, I've never seen Demon Slayer, so
it's probably the top anime right now.
I disagree.
It's if you just look it up, I think 9 out of the 10 things will say it's top 10 right now.
This is considered the top anime of all time on my anime list. So I think
you exclusively try to fight.
No, I mean, quote the website My Anime List, which is full of thousands of people rating anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this is number 1.
Is it updated from when Demon Slayer just released their final season?
Demon Slayer is nowhere fucking close.
When's the last time you checked?
I have no idea.
So since they just released their new season,
I promise you, it's not going to outdo FRIEREN.
I promise you it will.
I promise you, considering
it's been getting so much
hype. The second place is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and they're fucking pretentious about being second place.
I'm talking about shows that are coming out.
It doesn't matter if they're coming out or not.
That's the point I'm making.
It does not matter.
But that's the point I'm making. But that's the point I'm making. What you're saying doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is what's out right now. Because I'm saying that's where my interest is. I don't give a fuck what came out in 2008.
I care.
That doesn't matter right now. That was like 15 years ago.
Okay, but if what came out in 2008 is still considered better than what's coming out today.
But people aren't watching that right now. They're watching what's coming out now. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, and then they're watching and they're going...
That's where my interest is.
But what they're saying is they're not still peaked in 2008. That's what they're saying.
But they're still good. But no one is watching a 2008 show over what's currently coming out. That's what my point is.
Personally, I really want to rewatch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because I keep watching the scene where Roy Mustang does Roy Mustang things, and I'm like,
we're watching FRIEREN because it's coming out right now.
Well, FRIEREN's it's been out for about 3 months.
That's still not 2008.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying that this is only ranked like this dethroned Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is fucking insane.
Yeah. With
the most 5-star ratings and shit.
Well, anyway.
People hate it.
Demon Slayer's got my interest right now.
Okay, you know what
Peaking interest.
You know what has my interest right now?
What? Full Metal Alchemist?
No.
You're capping.
Dommy Mommy, MILF, Libertarian, Tradcath. Bad at cooking, autistic clouded waifu.
I don't think I've seen her cook once, so probably makes sense. She's probably got a spell for cooking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bad at cooking, autistic coded waifu. That's what's got that's piquing my interest. That's peeking my blinders, you know what I mean?
She'll have a spell for making a perfect steak and so overdo it.
Oh, 29 years after death of Himmel the hero in the Schwer Mountains located in the northern lands.
29 years, we gained a year.
Yeah, we gained. I told you, it's been a while.
It's been at 28 for a while. They did a lot a year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a hell of a year. A year in review.
It's like a weekend for FRIEREN, basically.
She just doesn't care.
How's she falling behind? Oh my god.
Because she's sleeping,
She's
bro.
gonna die.
Let a bitch sleep.
It's cold.
Mistress FRIEREN is looking tired.
Maybe you should carry her with your magic. Oh my god.
And now she's out cold.
I've seen you carry me with levitation. Do it to
But
her.
Mr. Stark, your axe.
Oh yeah. My hands are free. I'll just hold her.
I can carry her with magic.
With it. So with it.
No,
What?
I think I'd better do it.
Why is she pouting?
No reason.
Also, why is her dress giving her that outline? Woof.
You got it tailor fitted.
Like, damn, bro. Damn.
The audacity. A measly 10 copper coins is all the king could part with.
What a cheapskate.
I'm not surprised. Many heroes have tried and failed to defeat the Demon King over the years.
Okay, so 10 copper coins. What is 10 copper coins weight-wise?
Wait, I don't know. I've never really considered that.
Like, because here's the thing. It's like, if you gave me an ounce of gold and you're like, that's how much a gold coin is, I'd be like, nice, that's a good payday, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've scrapped things before. Copper, you're not getting shit for copper.
Not in that day and age.
Yeah, so for killing the Demon King, they're gonna get 10. They're not even gonna get $4.
Someone had to have, like, plowed.
Yeah, dude, barter economies are where it's at.
FRIEREN just doesn't care either. He's just kind of looking for knockoff books.
FRIEREN only. I feel like, from what I understand about the origins of this, the main writer wanted to do one thing and one thing only. He, as you don't know their gender, they were like, I just want to draw a story where an elf is obsessed with killing demons.
Mm.
And I just want to be clear that that is the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It is.
I love that for not only FRIEREN but for the world. I think the world needs more people obsessed with killing demons.
So the demons, how long do the demons live? Because I know elves can live for a while.
Long enough for it to be a problem, I guess.
I don't know who that is. I'm hoping it's no one important.
Dude, I just always assume that whenever I'm getting a phone call.
I bet it's my doctor I just called, actually. Whatever.
Yeah, you can call him after.
Yeah.
You can't fund every adventurer.
It's no problem. We'll earn money to cover our expenses along the way. There's nothing wrong with that approach.
Why this shot?
I don't know.
Can we talk about this shot? What was the point of animating the head bobbing?
Oh, I wish I knew. I guess just to fill in the space to make it a longer take.
Yeah, but like what confuses me about it ultimately, just from a standpoint, is like it's, you normally want your subject to be clear, and like this feels like it's an extreme close up, but it's still giving too much headroom.
Yeah.
Like there's weirdly too much headroom in a shot that is properly
I don't even think the headroom is the problem. It's just back of his head with like nothing. No,
I understand they're saving on animation, but like I'm doing the rule of thirds, right? And I'm like looking at it, and it's like an extreme close up, but a toddler's doing it. Like you're weirdly looking up at someone, but you're looking too high up.
It's like right behind his head. It's like there's no one else that is his height too.
It irks me.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It irks me a lot.
There's nothing wrong.
It looks
with
like
that
you
approach.
actually zoomed in.
Yeah.
It's part of the
You
adventure.
forgot to fix your position
I suppose so.
keyframe.
Hold on. Your weapon.
Same with her.
Arrow sword.
No, it's a replica.
Oh yeah, why are we? It's like everyone's
I
fixed at the
once
same
rescued a
angle here.
merchant who was attacked in my hometown. This sword was my reward.
This is a cool
The
shot.
man said I'd be a hero one day. Probably told every kid that.
That's what made you choose this path in life?
Not quite. See, there was this annoying brat named Heiter at the village orphanage. He kept telling me I'd only ever be a fake hero because I wielded a fake sword. He was such a pain.
The boys.
Figured if I proved him wrong,
They're saving
I'd
so
have the
much
last
time in these
laugh.
shots.
So here I am. One of these days, I'll hold the real hero's sword in my hand and use it to defeat the Demon King.
So I firmly believe that the reason why they did that is probably to save as much money as possible for like fighting animation stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Like not even that like the fighting animation is super smooth, but like when you gotta draw a lot of things, you gotta draw a lot of things.
Yeah.
But that'll never happen if we don't
That was
keep
a cough,
moving.
but thank you.
If you're wondering about
I
the
would
brat,
refuse to
he grew
bless
up
you
to
for
become a fake
actual
priest who
things.
stays
It's
lost
crazy.
in his
I've heard you
cups.
bless yourself
I'm
too.
a real priest.
I don't do that.
You did it yesterday, actually. I didn't bring it up because I was like, you probably did it on accident.
That doesn't sound like me.
It's not the first time you did it.
Bro, don't put me on blast like that. I
She
didn't.
is dreaming heavy. What the hell?
Dude, she's having a long day.
Is she gonna die?
You're alive. I was afraid you'd never wake up.
I feel as though I've been here before. Perhaps I'm still dreaming.
I mean,
If you
probably
were, it'd
have
be
since you're
warmer.
going the same route you
I
have before.
underestimated the mountain weather. We need to keep going north. The village we're heading to isn't far.
Very
Nice.
well. Now
So
that
let's
you're
just fly
awake,
there.
do you
Oh, wait,
think
they
you're
can't
able to
delay.
walk?
No.
Are you sure?
I'd
You
fold.
smell nice.
I'm 17.
Great.
Probably 18 now,
Must be
actually.
tired from carrying her.
There's a lot of folding that
You
would
rest
need to be
now.
done for
I'll
me.
take over.
Yo, he's really trying to just carry her.
I know she's heavy, Fern.
You think Fern's jealous because she doesn't want to see him carrying a different girl?
What
Or
did I
is
do?
Maybe.
she's calling him a pervert?
For a moment, I thought we'd freeze to death, but the blizzard is settling down.
Wow.
I like how
so
she
there
has a
really
little
is a village
briefcase.
this deep into the mountains.
We've been waiting for your return, Miss FRIEREN.
What?
You're chief of this village now? You're a child.
That's right. I come from a long line of chiefs. I'm the 49th.
Why does she look? Why are
Welcome
you shivering?
to the village of the sword.
I mean, it is cold, and she's a child.
I'm sorry, but
Is she on her toes?
like, yeah. One, she looks like she's on her toes. Two, I love the way that FRIEREN's looking down at her.
Yeah.
Three, I find it fascinating, and I mean fascinating, that she looks like she's on fucking crack, like she's getting the shivers from not having crack.
What do you mean we are awaiting your re-arrival?
Chief of
She
this
probably
village.
wasn't
Look at
born
that.
by
You're a
then.
child.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, she's
I
on
come
her
from a
toes.
long line of chiefs. I'm the 49th.
Maybe she's shivering because she's
Welcome
trying to
the
stay on
village
her
of the
toes.
sword.
It did that little thing where she went down, so
We
she's
spotted
probably
a
just like
smashed
not
up house
balanced.
on our way.
I think that's what they were trying to
You
do.
must mean that old hunting cabin that got destroyed. The Lord of the Mountains is to blame.
The
Who?
who? I don't remember there being
Not the
a
Lord of the Houses.
I
Not the
can't
mountain.
believe I'm actually here.
You know of this place, Mr. Stark?
This village used to protect the hero's sword. According
Stark.
to stories, the weapon
not
was
the way
hidden
that
in a
sounds.
sanctuary
Stark.
somewhere close by, stuck inside a mighty stone.
Anger-inducing.
Throughout
too much
history,
movement
many
with the-
heroes
with
tried
the
to pull
mouth.
the sword from its
Stark.
dark sheath, but none were successful. Until 80 years ago, that is. Let me think. How did they explain it in the legend?
There is but one person who can claim this sword. The hero who will drive off the great calamity that aims to destroy this world.
Yeah, that's it.
You're talking about Himmel, aren't you? He was able to take the sword?
Destroy the world, doesn't sound
Exactly.
right.
Oh,
The story
boy.
is pretty famous. Are you positive you've never heard it before?
No, Master Heiter never mentioned it.
Wow. Did he ever talk at
Here
all
we are.
at that point?
Or maybe it's just a story.
I must admit, I'm thoroughly disappointed in you. You were supposed to return here after half a century had passed. I'm a mild-mannered person, but even I'm pissed off you're late.
You weren't even
How'd
alive.
that sound? My grandmother said I should tell you that when you showed up.
I told her everything would be fine if I waited a little longer instead. The villagers here have protected the hero's sword for generations. They can easily defend themselves from danger.
We can hold our own if needs be, but you still have a duty you promised to fulfill. What is she talking about?
I'd bear their
Monster
children.
extermination. The area around the village attracts quite a few of them.
The Lord of the Mountains has been in especially unruly pain as of late.
I'll get started first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, she's pissed.
Better to
I
deal with this
don't
sooner
want to
rather
do
than later.
that. FRIEREN does not give a fuck.
Oh, no. Oh.
Alright, yeah. You know what? I'm happy they saved that budget. She always looks down on her.
Why are there so many monsters roaming near the village?
Surely you could have hired some traveling adventurers to take them out before they became a problem for you.
I wish I could, but that's not an option.
Of course, because Himmel is the hero.
Whoa, there's even more of them swarming down there.
He just hit him with that.
Looks like they want inside the
last
cave.
FRIEREN.
Someone has a bad case of the Mondays. You know, people who say that should be brought out back and shot. Just walk up. Got a bad case of the Mondays.
Hey, FRIEREN!
That's the last thing they'll say. Oh man.
Like, they should be murdered. That's some drip.
So Stark is dead.
Stark.
No
Wonder
getting
I
Stark.
didn't recognize your name. You only showed up in the last 80 years. Not nearly long enough to be a lord. You're up, Stark. I know you're not dead yet.
Just kidding.
You're so mean! Ask nicely!
Excellent work.
Ordinary
just-
offensive right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just crop this into like a 4x3, put an advisory label on it. It'd be a hard fucking album cover.
It is tough. Goes very hard.
I used to do this thing where I'd be like, "That's my like that should be my screensaver." This is a contender.
You could window shift it and then just put it on your own.
No.
God damn. Ordinary offensive.
I have fulfilled my duty to this place.
Now let me go.
Now give me your money.
FRIEREN, I don't understand. That's the hero's sword in there.
It's what draws so many monsters to the mouth of this cave. A powerful barrier prevents them from gaining entry, but they can't shake off the impulse to destroy the weapon. They must be truly terrified of it.
You know that isn't what I meant.
Yes, I do. Himmel tried, but he couldn't pull the sword.
Okay.
Nobody's going to be fake or not.
Now I understand that she can't be, that she doesn't have desires for sex, but I mean, that must have at least caused something, right?
It must have been like, this guy's not, that guy ain't bad. For the most bad.
Because that's, like, here's the thing. If somebody said that to me where it's like, I don't mind being a fake hero, like, because that's a baller fucking line. Like, I don't give a fuck if I failed. I'm gonna get back up and I'm still gonna do the shit that you telling me that I can't.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah. That's a fucking hero.
Good for him.
It actually adds a lot to the story, the fact that he failed, thematically speaking.
Yeah.
It's funny how we don't get to see this story. We have to see the aftermath of the story, which I think is even a much cooler narrative, like, driving factor.
Yeah, it's definitely a different take on it, which I like.
Yeah.
Instead of just showing the dope part.
Not just show, like, because they could have just been like, oh, here's the 10 years of us slaying the king.
Yeah.
Like, the Demon King. But instead it's like, no, here's the aftermath and, like, this fallout and how it's, like, affected everyone's lives. Like, that's a very... Takes a lot of balls to put a story there.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of fucking cojones.
They're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Good for them.
I like it. We're making great time on this episode, too. Even though I'm the one who did the killing shot.
Want to try to grab it, Stark?
I mean, he should. Also, can we just talk about how hard that line just was?
Play it again.
An idea. The truth of who a person was falls away, and they become an idea.
Have you ever seen the movie Big Fish?
Probably not.
For those in the audience that have never seen the movie Big Fish, if you enjoy Tim Burton doing a movie where he's not being gothic, but it's still gothic and Tim Burton-y, Big Fish. It's by far one of the greatest movies, like, about that specific phrase. I love it. I think it's amazing. It makes me cry every time I watch it. I have no shame in saying that media makes me emotional, because at the end of the day, good media is supposed to make you emotional.
Yeah, it did its job then.
Yeah, and I'll give you the quick synop before we continue. It's basically there's this son, and his dad is a tall tailor. Tells a lot of tall tales. He's a liar, is what he says.
Capper.
He's a capper, but it's like, but it's kind of like, it's like that idea of like, it's the idea of the person, not the actual thing. And like the one line that I always think is like cool is he would say like, he's like, when I was a young boy, I went to the witch's house because there was a bog witch that lived nearby, and she, like, if you looked into her eye, she would show you exactly how you die. And I looked into her eye, and every single time that I would be faced with a challenge or something scary, I knew that in that moment I'd live through it, because that's not how I die. Now, obviously, that's a fucking lie, right?
Yeah.
But the idea is that, like, you're imbuing into your child with this tall tale about your own life. Like you can overcome any obstacle because you get to decide, like, where your story ends.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of them. Or, like, he said, like, if you want to catch a beautiful woman, you need to, like, give them a gold ring, right? So, like, you, like, go through this, like, whole thing, and it's, like, the son trying to figure out what his dad's actual life story was before he passes away. Ending, I'm not going to give that, but it's fucking beautiful, and I love it, and it reminds me of my own dad a lot, which is why I really like it. Because, like, my dad was that larger-than-life big fish that can never be caught. So, like, hearing that concept and, like, having that story told where it's just, like, it's like, was the guy really like, you know, is the guy really 3 stories tall? No. It's like whenever I have children or grandchildren, and I tell them about the time that I went adventuring with our mutual, you know, friend. I won't name, but you know who. Yeah, for my own safety. But, like, when I was, like, standing up underneath, like, the train tracks that were in, like, Easton, it was probably, like, 30 feet. When I tell that story to my grandchildren, it's going to be, like, 100 to 150.
Yeah.
Because does the actual feet matter? No, because 30 feet, I die. 120 feet, I also die. But one of those sounds a lot cooler and creates a mythic aspect of yourself.
Agreed.
So, like, I can't tell if you care about this or if you just want to get back to the episode, but, like,
No,
I personally,
I do.
I just think it's interesting. I feel like it's just, when you get to that level, like, you want to create a larger-than-life persona for yourself, not because of, like, you want to be a capper, but, like, you want to inspire your own family in a way.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, stretching the truth to make, like, the youth look up to you, but if you're out here saying, like, you're fucking Spider-Man every day, and then at night you're a Batman, but you were quite literally just an Uber driver at night and Uber Eats during the day, and it's like, I mean, it's 2 clear different things, but...
I mean, you and I also actively do cool shit constantly to... Well, I should speak for myself. I do things for the story, as you know. I cannot wait to tell my children that I got naked to jump into a river to pretend to be a fish.
Yeah. And you caught fish that was packaged fish. Not like the packaged fish patties, I should say.
Yeah. And the funniest part was you constantly being like, you know, you don't have to do this. And I kept saying, no, I do.
Yeah, I said it often. I said there's many ways we could go around this.
And I said, no, I have to get naked and I have to get in here.
As he was getting naked, lathering himself up.
Lathering myself with dish soap. You should watch that. Van Life. It's a great skit. If you...
It is a great skit.
A shameless self-plug. Or driving cross country. Like, it's... They're great stories to tell people.
They are.
Yeah, back to the show. I just like how... I always like when media can inspire bigger conversations like that.
You better fucking grab this.
A lesser show might do. I think Stark should be this hero, but he doesn't believe in himself because he's a coward.
Yeah, but cowards always have the potential.
Sounds like your grandmother had quite the mouth on her.
Guess I'll see you in another 50 years.
See you then, and don't be late next time.
He still won't be with me. They'll be dead.
And the Appetit region, located in the Northern Lands.
Once we drop
Over
our
the sword,
belongings
kinda
off at the inn, you're free to do what you want.
It's been a while since we were in a real town. This'll be nice.
What'll you do with your afternoon? I'm sure there are plenty of shops we could explore.
Not interested, thanks. I'd rather stay inside and read some grimoires.
I see.
Fake
I'll
grimoires.
go on my own then.
Get me a bookworm!
Some fake bookworm.
It's so much fun to be feral and foaming at the mouth for a fictional character that I know doesn't exist. It's fun for me.
It's good time.
It's so fucking stupid, too. Ruff!
That's right. Today is Stark's 18th birthday.
Finally.
Don't you think that's something you could have mentioned to me a bit earlier?
Facts.
I don't have anything to give him as a birthday present.
Well, that
Just buy
sucks.
something for him while you're in town.
But I don't know what kind of gift he would even want.
I don't know what he likes.
Who's to blame for that?
Sorry.
Shot isn't necessary.
Sorry.
Based on the way you're
You know,
acting,
it's a bad
I
look
assume
because it
you
makes
have
it
a
seem like I'm
present
barking
for
at the toes.
Nah, Mia.
He's going to love this.
Oh, dude, she's devious. She's devious!
Fuck is that?
A potion that dissolves clothing.
What?
According to my master, this is the type of gift men enjoy receiving. Stark will be overjoyed.
When has she showed this much interest in anything besides Himmel after he died?
Can I just say, I love how devious her face is. Like,
What is she planning on with him doing with that, though?
excuse me, I'm just gonna have to. I can't wait for it by episode 30 because there's I think like 30 episodes to have a minute-long list of things that I love about this character. Let me just add to it for a second.
Yeah.
My libertarian, tradcath, elven, autism-coded, incapable of cooking, slightly perverted, obsessed with magic,
Devious.
devious waifu.
Look at that grin.
Like, look at that.
Devious.
She fucking knows what she has, and she is excited for it to be used.
Take a picture of that face, put it next to the definition of devious. That is it.
What I like is that this is a callback to, like, episode 3, because that's when they got the potion. And so, like,
I do
she's just
remember
like,
that, yeah.
she's like, I hear men like this sort of thing, which we do!
Correct.
Correct! God, I fucking love this face. I understand why this was memed to death.
Yeah.
God. My master says.
She was
That
way
means Flamma knew what men were into.
Yeah, I mean, Flamma definitely knew men were into her, though, so it was clear.
I mean, like, who wouldn't be into Flamma? You saw Flamma, I would fold. I get it.
Joy receiving. Stark will be overjoyed. I
Do not pour it out.
curious to know how it works.
What the fuck?
Yes! Yes!
You purchased this because I told you to return the vulgar concoction immediately.
Oh my god.
can't believe how crass you are.
That was such a good gift.
What a waste. This was expensive.
I bet it was. They get no money too. That was like years of saving.
It's adorable.
What a fucking waste, Fern.
Not the naked part, the hairstyle. Dude, there's something about hairstyles that I just find incredibly attractive.
I find it hard to believe she does that hair herself, or how lazy she's portrayed
Like,
in being.
like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, have you ever just seen a hairstyle and you went, fuck, dude, like, that's kind of...
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like the pixie cuts. Not me. I like the long, flowy, like... Oh my... A messy bun with, like, that long apron.
Yep. Not many people can pull off a pixie in general. So that's why I'm a little off by it, but they do pull it off. They pull it off.
They pull it off. It's hard to get, but my God, do they have it.
But yeah, big overall fan of just a longer hairstyle.
Yeah, I understand that this episode's now becoming longer just because of our chat, our nice chatting, but like,
we're doing all right.
On God!
She had like no clothing on too already to begin with, so it's like I imagine those are her only pajamas she had.
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, now I gotta buy new pajamas. Also, this was expensive.
They only got 10 copper.
This was expensive.
And she's frugal!
What am I gonna
That's all of her belongings, dude.
Oh. I forgot about this.
That's
nice.
all she has.
I'll try
How?
to figure out what he'd be interested in myself. With any luck, he won't notice.
Mr. Stark?
President Snow.
Already.
President Snow.
I know what you're citing, but like I don't know how this applies.
Just the way she goes, Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark.
Went to get the hero sword. He better have. He got around, dude. What the fuck? Yeah. Yep.
He's just a quirked up white boy. Oh, she smiled.
I'd say a grin.
Here you are.
That cloud looks like a lady with huge boobs.
Yes! Win! Win!
Whatever she was just feeling is gone.
Have you ever looked up clouds and thought it was two people fucking? Because it's...
I don't see it that often, but I do have. Whatever I see, I say.
It was prime puberty when I saw it the most, which makes sense, but like...
Yeah.
Damn, sometimes those clouds be curvy.
I mean, like the one on screen. Hold on, let me see the one on screen again. Damn. That's just insane cloud formation. Like, look at the others. That had to have been a spell from FRIEREN.
FRIEREN knew what was up. First off, it's wild that cloud does not have any head. It's just a pair of titties.
They're just, the proportions are so far off.
Do clouds have butter faces? Because if so, this would be the definition.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm with that.
That is smooth.
That is a smooth cloud.
That cloud looks like a lady with huge boobs.
Can't even say any other variations.
So he is a pervert.
Oh, dang. That one's a big pile of poop.
And
No, he's just incredibly immature.
I'll have to tell Fern about these later.
How does he expect me to respond?
Nice. Fern's gonna love this.
it is the definition of just the boys goofing.
Fern's gonna love when I tell her about this cloud that had big boobs.
This cloud had massive honkers, and then the one next to it looked like a big pile of shit.
Like, you're not gonna believe how big these were.
That's a massive pile. I mean, like I'm not even Fern. The records. the record books.
If I had a capture device, I would have taken a picture and made it my wallpaper.
Why are you upset at me? I'm telling you the coolest thing ever, and you're getting angry.
You should have seen it. That's why I'm telling you, because it was awesome.
Are you fucking upset about your parents again? They're dead. They've been dead.
It's been years. Come on.
Yeah.
Move on.
We get it. We get it. You're an orphan, okay? My village was ransacked. We've both had hard lives. But, like, big!
Massive.
Fern, yours are big, right? But these
were mountainous.
Oh!
Proportions were astonishing.
Just, I love whenever we put words in other characters' mouths.
It's what they should be saying.
It's what they want to be saying.
But they can't.
Mr. Stark.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Fern, you've got perfect timing. Take a look at those. On second thought, never mind.
I sense I might have made a mistake.
Anyway?
Would you like to go for a walk?
Sure. So, seems like you're kind of upset. What did I do wrong?
How to broach the subject.
Please tell me what to apologize for.
No matter how sly I am, he'll know
He's a man.
something's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Just be forward.
he's a man who knows how to speak to a woman.
Mr. Stark,
Correct.
is there anything you'd like me to purchase for you?
Wait, what?
Today's your birthday, is it not?
Yeah, I guess it is. But what's that got to do with you buying me stuff?
Don't play dumb. I want to get you a present.
What? Why would you do that?
Just forget about it. You're insufferable.
Wait. Come back. I wasn't joking with you, I swear.
He's really trying. Wait.
It's just no one's given me a birthday present before, so it sounded weird. That's right. Not a single gift from my master or my family back when they were still alive.
She turns around. She goes, "Poor."
Wow.
Poor.
It's giving poor.
Fern has never gotten the ick so bad. What's your ick when my boy's never gotten a birthday present? Okay, back to the show. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know that was something that people did.
We're children.
Not even one from your parents?
No, they died.
So it wasn't a custom where you come from.
No. They probably just didn't care enough to bother getting me.
Oof. Makes sense.
Thanks.
Oh. That's tough.
He's 5. He has a name.
Oh. I'm gonna kill you now.
This is Louis Vuitton.
Sorry.
You have impressive focus. One day you'll be stronger. Here, let me show you how to fix your stance.
Well, actually, my brother was different from the rest of them. But
Always ends in fire.
when demons attacked my village, I abandoned it.
Damn, demons really seem to be fucking assholes, huh? It's almost like it's in their nature. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. Damn.
He's complained about it though.
I mean, yeah, but that's... Damn, she didn't get the ick. She might be the one.
He's just suppressing it because he had a pity story.
This one is my favorite.
Too expensive. Try that.
God damn it.
That's clean.
Dude, those hands should have touched.
Welcome back. You took your time.
What's going on?
She cooked!
Why did you make us such ridiculously large Hamburg steaks?
How are they ridiculous? This is what you eat on your birthday. Like I said, my master wasn't one to give presents, but he always cooked me a big Hamburg steak on my birthday.
Good man.
You knew about this?
Hey, Stark. Didn't Eisen explain this to you?
Explain what?
Warriors are so bad when it comes to sharing.
I'd say that's fairly rich coming from you.
You do have a point, but I relate because I'm the same way. We're foolish. People don't know how you truly feel unless you tell them directly.
I love you.
See,
Goddamn.
come to think of it, you always make comically large Hamburg steaks whenever it's one of our birthdays, so there must be a meaning behind it.
It's a long-held custom in my part of the world. These oversized servings are a way to honor war.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
She's gonna get the ick.
Do not cry in front of a woman you just met. That is the quickest way to get the ick. And if she's turned on, it's a red flag.
Damn.
It's fine here. He's fine to cry here. He's telling him to run away.
I assume he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Eisen wrote down the recipe for me a while back. How does it taste?
Oh.
I mean, a giant hamburger on your birthday, bro.
It's good.
She's thoughtful as
Also,
well.
I was able to salvage a little of this.
I won't hesitate to pour that on your head again.
What's that?
Can I just say, I fucking love FRIEREN for that. I salvaged some of this.
How the hell did she do that? She squeezed it out of her hair?
Dude, she needed him to have it. Because
She got good gift ideas. I'll give it to her.
it's one of those things of, that is an insane thought process of her being like, I got this for you. Because she knows what she got is good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Forget she mentioned anything.
It's a valuable potion.
Ooh, what's it do?
I love the way she speaks. It's a valuable
so?
potion.
Disgusting.
Seriously, what did I say?
Calling him disgusting, he doesn't even know what it is. He's just asking a general question.
But bro opens his mouth and she has ick.
It's crazy that Fern has those high standards, considering a whole village was burned. Parents are gone.
Well, she was raised by a priest, you know what I mean? She cares a lot about...
Corrupt priest.
Yeah, but like, in what way was he corrupt, you know?
Maybe the excessive alcoholism.
Okay, but like... Tomato.
See, Fern's been around the block once or twice. For her to call a priest corrupt, I assume he's got to be so far more corrupt.
You mean
than just
FRIEREN?
drinking. Yeah, sorry, FRIEREN.
Yeah. I'm just saying... What's your thoughts on the whole ick thing?
About Fern with him?
No, just in general. Like, when someone says, like, it's giving ick, do you... I cringe.
I don't think
it's
anyone
stupid.
said it's giving ick. I just think it's an ick.
I didn't get it at first, and then I got it, and I've realized that people that say ick, like, unironically, red flag.
Mm.
Dude, we should do a video where just us listing a list of the objectively correct red flags in and like partners.
That'd be good. I do like that.
She-
Men's perspective.
Yeah, unironically, if she says ick, red flag. If you cry in front of her the first time and she is either turned on by that or really, really likes that you're emotional, that's an ick. Like that's a red flag because of the sheer fact of I don't know how to explain it.
I think it's more concerning of her getting on to you crying. Like what has to happen for that?
Let me just say it this way. A man crying in front of a woman within the first like 2 or 3 months of them like meeting and that type of thing, barring, I want to be clear, barring a death in the family.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there should be
a
something
serious illness.
Yeah.
They watched the Goofy movie.
Yeah. Okay, go on though.
Or like a sad, like, you know what I mean? Like those are fine.
Yeah, like Spider-Man PS4 story.
If they cry because you've insulted them, you have now it's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of like a dude who says I love you too fast. Red flag.
Yeah.
That's my red flag, but like it's a red flag.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a man at that point. Like if he's that so easily broken down.
It's just that's childish behavior.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like that's a red flag.
Are we still going on about what, men or women now?
I'm going on about women. I can tell you a lot of guy red flags. If he says men are the worst, red flag immediately.
Of course.
He's telling you he is the worst.
Now what if he's gay? I think then it's like if they're like extremely gay, I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, I get that. If they're flamboyantly a homosexual, then yeah, I get it.
Like if they say your sexuality is a tragedy. If a man says that, I think
I'm cool.
That guy's fine.
Yeah, that guy could say it.
Yeah.
But like a heterosexual man saying to a woman, all men are the worst, he is letting you know that he is the worst.
Yep.
Because I would never say that.
No.
I would say some men are the worst.
Yeah.
But I'm the best. Because I got that bravado. I got that ego.
Yeah, he's just trying to get a quick bag.
Yeah, he's trying to just get in there. He's trying to get in and leave, because that's what the worst does. I like how we're just going through this, because it doesn't fucking matter. No,
I'd say a good portion of car people, mainly the ones that are like obnoxious to the top.
Oh my god, car dudes, red flag.
Obviously, if they're in like a car meet, I think it depends if they're just appreciating the scenery. But like, I'm talking if they're just, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon, they're on their own, they've got like a Mustang just with a loud pipe, and they floor it out of a 20-mile-per-hour zone.
If they refuse to let you eat in their car, red flag.
I think, if it's like not a nice car.
No, here's the thing. It's 2024. All right, people eat in their cars. People have fucking busy lives.
If it's like a sloppy Joe or something real hard to get out, I'd be like, all right, at least open the bag or be cautious.
No, because here's the thing. People that when I'm saying don't eat in the car, I'm including they also don't let you bring in drinks.
Drinks are over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they also don't let you bring in drinks because they just are that. Like
even Ferraris have a couple of those guys. Come on.
If a man has a favorite candy that's a gummy, and it's not gummy bears or Swedish Fish, it's a red flag to me. Or Sour Patch Kids. I can allow that.
I never heard a man say, if someone says, "What candy do you want?" them to say, if they say a specific one they prefer, like immediately. If they're just like, oh, if someone brings up the options, oh, Swedish Fish, Sweet Tarts, if they pick one, that's fine. If they say, yeah, I'm getting candy, and if they go out of their way to say, get this candy, that's no weird.
It's weird, yeah.
I wouldn't call it red flaggish though, but like, it's concerning.
I'd say if a dude says, I want those gummy ring things.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag to me because it's like, what for one? No, you don't.
Yeah. I think when someone, say it's like a party or something, and someone's ordering food on their dime and they say, get the wings, but like or if it's like a weird get onions on the pizza, get fish.
If he charges you for gas money, red flag.
That's a good one.
I stand by that. I stand by it. I'm very pro, you know, like, we're a complimentary society. Like, you know, if your partner wants to pay for things, she should have every right to want to pay for something. But if you're asking her to go out on a date and then you're charging her to go on the date with you, you're a fucking walking red flag, and I hate you.
That's a big one. Yeah.
That's... okay, 99% of our audience is male, by the way, so not there's no women watching this.
I think they'll agree.
They'll get it. They'll get it. What are some women red flags that have fucked you up?
Women red flags?
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, there's so many, but how do you start hot?
If you're friends with her and she complains way too much about her boyfriend, you're dating him. That says more about you than it does him.
Yeah.
Objectively correct. If you have a huge crush on a girl who's dating a guy that you think she shouldn't be dating, and she complains about him constantly, I want you to know that if that relationship ends and you start dating her, she will just complain about you the same.
If you're even able to date at that point, because she seems like she's got a standard, and you are already not there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Even though you'll check all the boxes of personality, and she'll say it, but it's just if it's where they also say it's just if they were like you, but not you. I hate when I see that shit.
Oh, it's funny because you and I have both been in committed relationships for a very long time.
Yeah.
But like, the friend zone, I still believe does not exist. I used to when I was 14, thought it was a thing, but
if you got Riz, I think you can get out.
I just don't think it's a thing. I think it's, do you want to fuck them at this moment in time, or would you be okay with having sex with them at some point, right? If the answer is no, then the answer is no. If like both parties need to consent for that to happen, right? Because ultimately it's about sex. The problem is that way too many men are like, I want to be friends with you because I want to get inside your pussy. And so you have a lot of women who have to go through this situation of, you know, this guy doesn't actually like me or care about me. He just wants to get into my pants, and they think that to get into my pants, they have to know that I have siblings. They have to care about me. Like you're demonstrating your value as a potential partner without like going and like without like the sexual aspect of it.
Yeah.
And relationships don't need sex first and foremost, which is very true. Like they just don't.
Yeah.
But like ultimately speaking, like I'm not saying you don't pick up your friend from a fucking thing, but like if you're going to be just friends with a girl, then be just friends with a girl. Don't make a fucking how do you do about it in the sense of like I don't check up on my friends every single day.
Yeah, but like
why would I need to check up on her every day? Like that's just like it's a give and take thing. Like when you start treating women as human beings and not fucking objects on a pedestal, the friend zone stops existing. Because it's
a lot of women like that being looked up to. I think like that being looked up as like having the, at least from what I see on like Instagram reels, sometimes they'll say, "Oh, he stopped trying. I was just about to let him in or something."
That's on her. That's not on you.
Yeah.
And also, that's a red flag.
That's where I think.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a red flag. There you go. That red flag.
Why didn't you try hard enough?
Yeah. It's just like well, she was beautiful. There's millions of beautiful women.
Yeah.
Millions. The one on Instagram that's a narcissist and waiting for you to try harder to get them is not one that's worth your fucking time. Again, in the beef corner, the objectively correct opinion about literally everything.
Yeah. I think that could be a question of the day. Well, what's an ick for one ick each?
For each gender that just fucks you up.
Yeah, like your most. Top one.
I'll give my most. Genuinely for men, if a guy says that he thinks men are the worst, I think it's the biggest ick on the fucking planet.
I knew you were going for that one.
It makes me so angry too. Because we've talked about this outside of this context. Like no. Just no, okay? For women,
I would say mine for men at least, because I have mine ready, or there's on the spot. I hate for men that are just like that just roll over and let everyone like walk over them.
Oh.
For all the time. Like there are moments where you can bite the bullet, but like if it's all the time, they'll just easily put themselves aside.
So I want to clarify. You're saying somebody without a backbone.
Basically.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I hate it because everyone has something they want. Like it could be something little like pepperoni cheese, and maybe like buffalo chicken. But like if someone really wants buffalo chicken and they're hungry as fuck, they'll be like, no, I don't want it. It's fine, guys. Let's just get pepperoni cheese. But they're not happy with that at all. That's a small thing. But like if they do that type of mentality every time, I'm like, come on, dude. It's just like, how do you expect to fight for your woman at the end of the day? If you get one.
I look at it very much like, for food, I don't give a fuck what I eat.
Yeah.
Because I will eat literally anything.
Yeah. At the least, I'll say, I could fuck with some pepperoni, but if I'm the only guy here and 10 people don't want it, I'll be fine.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like it's not deep, right?
Yeah. If usually it's us that want pepperoni, so like we kind of bounce that pretty well with each other. So, like, if for some reason you're like, I don't want pepperoni, I'm like, I'm not going to be the sole guy to say I'm on pepperoni.
Like, I get it. Like, I do. I genuinely get it. Or, like, whenever I say I could fuck up Chinese food, I know it's not always the move, but I could.
But, Michael will be there to be like, dude, fuck.
Because it's a good fucking pick.
Yeah.
For women, and it's, like, hard for me to really say this one, but women that cannot rationalize an opposite opinion to their own are such ick givers to me. Like it's a personality trait where it's like here's the thing. There are guys that are bullheaded and they're like, how could you possibly ever believe that? Okay. It's like an ick thing with men too, actually. Like,
yeah.
Where it's like, how could you do it? Like, you can be passionate about something, right?
Yeah.
But I think on some level, if it's like, you genuinely start treating other people badly for an opinion they have that's just opposite your own.
Yeah.
Like, some of them, mind you, like, I get it. Like, there are some opinions that are abhorrent.
Yeah.
But just sometimes, you're just like, it's like, this is a red flag. Like, she really can't stand people that don't like Taylor Swift. Like, she really blocks somebody because they said that Taylor Swift sings too much about ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
Like that's wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking red flag and a half.
Yeah, just hating on someone for having their own opinion. They have different backgrounds and everything, but you'll still hate on them.
I'm not talking politics. I want to be clear.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not talking about politics or pro-life, I'm not talking any of that shit.
None of it.
I'm keeping it just strictly down to the facts of if a girl cannot deal with the fact of someone just having a opinion that is not their own.
Yeah. Like, they're just putting on music in the car. They're like, oh, I like this. Let's just say because my dad played it for me when I was a child. And they get the ick from that.
And they get angry about it, or they can't stand their stuff not being done. That is an immediate red flag. Alright, what's your other red flag?
Mine was, I guess, similar to that, but there are a bunch. I can't tell what my top is. But I guess it would be like similar to that. I don't even call it like a red flag or an ick per se. But women just like they do react pretty quick to emotion, which I give our women, and I wouldn't even call it an ick. But if it's like that's all they're reacting to in situations, like if they can't look back and be like, damn, I think I overreacted or something. If they don't, this is maybe me just having a standard at the end of the day. Like, I like how if they can not double down, if they could look back and say, I think I overreacted. If they can't do that, I think that's a bit of a red flag.
It's
like, I guess gaslighting is actually what I'm going for. If they gaslight and just continue to say, no, I was in the correct that whole time. But at the same time, I mean, fuck, maybe it's a bit red flag for me. I like a bit of gaslighting.
it's tough.
A bit.
It's tough because it's like I get it, I do, and it's like what also makes it a little bit more difficult than you would expect is like, because here's the thing, men are quick to emotion. It's just for some reason we don't register anger as an emotion.
Yeah, women are quick to like get loud in emotion. Men are quick to get physical in emotion.
I wouldn't say physical.
Like they're quick to tense. Like they're quick to like go, if it's a guy and a guy thing, I think that's where it's quick to get physical.
I can get it.
Well, not with women. I mean that's the point I was trying to make.
And it's like it's hard because it's like obviously we live in a microcosm of just what we know from life experiences.
Yeah, it's only 24. Yeah.
Yeah,
we got very limited.
Well, it's like it's that, and it's also like tough because you typically don't want to say like, oh, it's all women that act X, Y, or Z. And it's all men that act like generalizations are generalizations because they're just general. But like ultimately speaking, dude, it's like you'll like get into like an argument sometimes, and you'll look back and be like, what the fuck was that even about?
Yeah, like when we were on the cross country trip, and like the four of us were just, I think it was over a bed. Who wanted bed priority in like Albuquerque?
I was ready to throw.
At one point, I was like, I really don't care, but Michael's like, nah, son, and I was like, dude, whatever. Like
I was like, why are me and Brandini getting the shit bed in every state we're going to?
Yeah. After
that's
like
kind
10
of
minutes,
fucked.
After 10 minutes, I was kind of like, whatever.
Here's the thing. I was paying for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Equally, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I was getting sunk.
Yeah.
Because I was with Brendan.
Yeah, like pretty much. If it's like a whole guy thing, I could see because we're boys. We're not gonna quickly just start to throw down on each other.
I was ready to kill him when he was not playing Smash and still talking shit. It makes me so fucking angry.
That is just what Brendan is just so good at it, dude. He's so good at getting people pissed off in Smash.
He won't even be fucking playing. If he was playing, I'd be fine with it because it's like, you know what? All right, he's getting in my head.
Yeah, but God, he was in there, dude.
I was ready to. I apologized the day after.
Exactly. That's the point too. I think if we were at least with us. I don't even say guys. With us, we are just so good at being like, we fucked up.
It was.
I will admit our faults.
Yeah, it was fucked. All right. Yeah, I shouldn't have spanked him. It was.
I don't think that had to be mentioned.
I needed it to be known.
At least when I was saying men are quick to get physical, you didn't swing at him. You spanked him. So like you had restraint, which was
I wanted you to know I was ready to choke him.
I could tell. Which some might argue was more disrespectful that you spanked him. And like Mike and I were like, oh, he's spanking him.
I was so fucking angry.
Yeah, a bit of lore then. I guess if you are close with Matt and he is ready to punch, just know he won't punch you. He'll probably just spank you. I don't know why he chose to do that.
Because here's the thing. I know I can cause violence. Yeah. I choose not to.
It'd be hilarious if Brennan just had like some demon inside of him, and like if he snaps, he'll like snap, dude. But I want to see that though. That's what I'm still trying to see from him.
He's our boy. We want to know what he's capable of.
I just like I feel like I know everyone pretty well, like in terms of the boys. I don't know what's lying underneath Brendan.
I regression mostly.
I just need to know if he's got some like I said, he's got some demon under there. I need to see, like, if I need to know if it comes to it when the boys got to throw down, I need to know if Brendan is there to just snap and just pull his own.
My assumption is, here's the thing, love him to death. My assumption is he'd run, and I can't fault the kid for it.
I don't think he'd run. I
can't fault the kid.
I think he'd play strategic. He's a chess player. He'd look to see who he could quickly aid, and then be like, all right, so now that guy's down, we could 3-man this one person. He'd play it strategic. He might waste some seconds, and then us later would be like, Brendan, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna be for real. I know for a fact in fight or flight situations, I get into a fight situation. I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
That's not me bullshitting. That's not me doing whatever. There's evidence to back this up. And the sheer fact of when I get scared, as in like genuine, because you've scared me, you've done that before.
What have I scared you like that?
Like just like whenever fucking like you show up and I don't expect you there, like and I like flinch a little.
Oh, that
bit.
I thought you meant like when I stood in your face.
I don't know.
When have I stood in front of you?
No, like
on mono as we know is.
But like what I mean is like whenever I get scared, like my first instinct is not like get away.
Yeah.
Like you definitely don't notice it because why would you? But whenever you freak me out, whenever you come down here and I don't know like that it's you, my first thing is I make 2 fists.
I would think my first one, I've seen too many videos of people swinging first, and maybe it's because their form is ass, and then just getting dodged and punched. So I think my quick mentality is to analyze and see if they're going to throw a quick punch, and then I'd quick do a dodge and then hit to try to de-escalate. But if I feel like I couldn't win the fight, which is the thing, I think we've discussed for a brief moment, or it might just be a guy thing. We size up everyone we meet at first.
It is definitely. It might just be a guy thing, but
I think it is. You just never know. It's one of those you never know.
You don't know who the fuck they're not one of my boys. I don't fucking know them.
Yeah, you never know where it's gonna go. You just gotta be prepared.
I need to look across, and my immediate thought is as the big man of the group, as the fucking 330-pound strangler. All right, when I have to look and I have to go. Where is my body most valuable when thrown at somebody?
Yeah.
And the answer is whoever the biggest motherfucker in the room is. It's unfortunate, but it comes with the territory of being the biggest motherfucker in the group.
He's just got to pull aggro. That's just what he's good at. Pulling aggro.
Like, I take a lot of hits. I get fucked on. But I have to hope and pray that somebody around me picks up my slack.
Yep, and that's where Brendan comes in. That he's not pulling the aggro. He's in the back doing little chip damage.
Bro, can't even. I'm not gonna demoralize him like that. I'm not gonna do it and bring up what he can and can't do. But we both know what he can and can't do, Ryan. And him throwing a punch does not sound.
He wouldn't put brute force on. He'd do some he'd have to be like them. If we're talking like
as long as he breaks a bottle and escalates the situation past the point of what people are comfortable with, I'm cool with whatever the fuck he does.
If there's anything Brendan has shown me that he is a mystery, so he might have like a Batman utility belt on him because he's pulling some things out. I'm like, why do you have that on you?
Bro brings out the kazoo mid-fight.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even know if that's all he has in his pockets though. Maybe he's he's actually strapped. Maybe not with like a weapon, but like you never know with Brendan.
It's unfortunate that when I go into a room, I think of what is the easiest weapon for me to grab, and then that's because I have fucking paranoia. I'm paranoid as shit.
I do something similar on the road. I'm usually always. I know people say it's standard practice. I usually am looking at what's my route if I gotta slam the brakes or if someone swerves. I'm almost always doing it.
If you drive with me a lot. If you ever notice, I never stay in between, like side by side with the car.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to do that.
Yeah, that's why I drive pretty quick too. If like longer roads, I don't like just staying at a steady pace. Mainly because the car I drive is slow. So if I gotta accelerate, I'm not making that. So if I'm already going fast, it's like I think I have a better chance if I gotta speed up. And then at the same time, someone slammed their brakes. I'm usually always looking. I'm like I could do a quick swerve. I've done often. And now that is pretty bad. You can't cause accidents, but I'm also looking behind. If someone's on my ass, then maybe I'll just move over.
I just simply I see red and I go.
Wow, sees a red light, he just goes.
Okay, damn. Well, that's a good hour and 8 minute. I can't believe I said it was going to be one of our shorter episodes.
Wow, we had a good time.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't mind, just like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been our Just Talking podcast with FRIEREN. So, yeah, enjoy. Bye-bye.